You tried so hard to make that scream, but the thing is, you cut off the moment like a second after your scream and just faded into darkness.
Noise suppression has nay-nayed me. Are we recording yet? Are we live?
We've been hot. Mics are hot.
Okay. Welcome to episode 3 of the Tank Zone podcast, the only podcast that isn't sponsored by NordVPN. I am your
Definitely not.
host, Lobtard. And you two
I
can
am the
introduce yourself.
illustrious Jana, and
You can
introduce
just call
yourself,
me
Bree.
Fox.
All right, Star Fox.
Um,
Ah, so
I have a Canadian club and we're going to discuss stuff.
a Canadian club, yeah. I thought for a moment I couldn't tell what you were talking about. I didn't figure out that was a drink. So the first two things my mind like rolled through were the possibilities that you just had like a giant fucking wooden club that was just Canadian. And then I
Yes,
was
that is
like, do you just
exactly.
have a group of Canadians that you call the Canadian Club?
I keep numerous Canadians in my basement.
Awesome.
Okay. I guess we'll go straight into our first topic because it's probably the only topic anyone who watches this podcast will give a shit about. Russia invaded Ukraine.
Yes, the funny pig country.
Yes. And
Okay, I might be stupid, but I never actually got why we associate Ukraine with pig, like little pigs.
Yeah, me neither.
if Yegor was here, he would answer, but he's not here.
Can you at
So
least give
it's
us like a fucking like textbook answer? Like not a text,
uh
but like a
People would like to know.
Ukraini
uh
for dummies.
no, I can't. Sorry.
Fucking sucks here. I want my money back.
Well, as you all know, because it has been the only thing in the news, except here where it's also been, there's floods everywhere.
God, I can't. None of us can escape it too. I'm pretty sure. I hear it
Russia
everywhere.
invaded Ukraine.
I'm trying to eat breakfast and people talk about it all the time randomly. Just want
So
my
let's start by putting our cards on the table, and I'll put my cards on the table. Russia invading Ukraine is a bad thing. Ukraine is a sovereign nation, and because its government are servants of capital, they have aligned themselves with the capital of the US over the capital of Russia. Yeah. I was hoping one of you would start talking as well.
honestly, yeah.
I
A big
agree
thing
with
for me
that.
is that like you can't really like half the time you can't really say you can't really put down your cards and say like I don't like both of these because
Hmm.
random people are going to assume when you criticize Ukraine like you're just a Russian spy, you want to work for
Yeah.
the Kremlin, you want to fucking milk Putin his nice defined nipples off. Oh, oh. But yeah, anyways, it's mostly been a thing of like yeah, of course it's a bad thing they invaded, but you know what else is a bad thing?
Ukraine.
The Azov Battalion. That's a very
Yeah.
bad thing.
Yeah. We have to be centrist and we have to say both sides are bad
We
in
really
this one.
do. This is just one of those situations where like you can really say both sides are bad
Yeah.
instead of like
It's
being
really
a fence
honestly a
sitter with this
sad
one.
situation
Yeah, it really
because think of
is.
how they both used to be part of the Soviet Union
Yeah.
and how they're divided now and how they're at war with each other. It's
In the end, it is important to recognize that this war is an exchange. It is an exchange of Russian and Ukrainian blood for capital and is a bad thing.
it absolutely
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, to start this off to like get everything out the table. nobody here is supportive of Russia in their actions.
I heard
But we're
that
also not
in a
going to start.
survey, over 90% of Russians opposed the war
Yeah.
against Ukraine.
Yeah.
And while we're saying that, it is important to understand we are not going to start going Ukraine, Slava, or anything like that. Both sides are bad, but this war is not good.
I also advise, if you know anyone that has said the phrase Ukraini Slava, to please go and get a shotgun and to deal with them. You know, in Minecraft.
Yeah, in Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning.
Fucking both these basics. Instead of answering fucking math questions, you have to answer questions about the conflict.
Yeah. Okay. The Australian Communist Party put out a statement, and I'm just gonna read it, or I'm just gonna post it and have someone who won't stammer over every word read it. But the long and short of it is that Ukraine sucks. Russia is doing this attack anyway, and that is bad. And there is no good side, and that it is very hypocritical of Western nations to condemn this, but that the people must condemn this, specifically the people.
I can
And
read it if you want.
it depends. You want to read it? I can read it.
Read it if you want.
But
I can read it.
all right, give us your sultry voice, Fox.
Alrighty.
We'll trust your
The
instincts.
ATP condemns the attack by the forces of the Russian Federation on Ukraine. The world stands shocked at this reckless act on the part of the Putin government and the loss of life and suffering among the peoples exposed to the conflict. This is not a battle between the progressive forces present in the region versus reactionary ones. Both sides represent the anti people's interests of rival imperialist powers determined to control resources and gain geopolitical advantage. You want me to just continue with it, or do you want to like talk about that?
I think continue. Get it all first, and then we'll discuss.
Alrighty. Ukraine is a sovereign country that can choose to trade and ally itself with whomever it chooses. In this case, the servants of capital and parliament have chosen to side with the most aggressive and powerful imperialist bloc. Of course, the Russian Federation has legitimate fears that this will lead to the hosting of rival military forces and nuclear weapons on its border in preparation for a war for influence and resources. However, the decision to launch a preemptive war to head off this eventuality is hostile to the interests of the peoples living on the territory of Ukraine and beyond. It is ordinary workers and other exploited people who will suffer, and the action cannot be justified. The government of Ukraine is not a progressive or peace loving one. It has stripped workers of their rights, including the right to form a communist party. It honors Nazi collaborators and besmirches the memory of the millions who died fighting fascism and defending socialism. But Putin's government, the successor of the clearly traitorous Yeltsin one, is not a progressive force either. Putin has cemented the power of the oligarchs, local monopoly capitalists, and continued the theft of the people's collective property. It has pursued the most outrageous reactionary social agenda and cozied up to the most reactionary forces of the Orthodox Church. It has been claimed by the pro-US media that Putin is nostalgic for the days of the Soviet Union and is seeking to reconstruct the USSR. This is a ridiculous claim. He was an opportunist who served without principle as a KGB officer and subsequently changed allegiances to the capitalist ruling class with consummate ease and great energy. There is nothing popular about the quote-unquote People's Republics established within Putin's support in the majority Russian-speaking regions of Ukraine. The people of the world are right to condemn this resort to military aggression, but the US government and its servants in capitalist countries around the world have no right to self-righteous condemnation. The examples are many, but it's enough to recall the invasion of Iraq in 2003. The government of Saddam Hussein was not to the liking of those powers, but it was by their own definitions the recognized government of a sovereign country. The bogus excuse for the invasion that cost over 1 million lives was the alleged existence of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. No such weapons existed, but the destruction and resource stripping continued. For the US and puppets like the Australian government to talk about the rights of sovereign countries as sick and dishonest, people must not be fooled by this cynical manipulation. Workers the world over must stop their quote unquote governments fomenting and waging war on their working class brothers and sisters. They must recognize their class interests, including that of a future of peace and mutually beneficial relations, and not be drawn into the war hysteria being generated. Australian workers must struggle for the country to be removed from the US alliance as part of their struggle for a socialist society.
All right, I probably should have read it because I'm the Australian, but I would have just
Would be a bit
stuttered over
more
every word.
fitting.
Yeah,
I'm
I
honestly surprised
completely,
I read that well.
You did a good job. Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
completely agree with the Australian Communist Party's statement on this one. I think that it
Me
is
too.
almost entirely correct. Yeah. How does everyone else feel about it?
Honestly, I can't really say much that they don't summarize. I think that it's probably one of the like most sensical opinions I've heard on this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much agreed with everything that it said.
I mean, considering the alternatives we have of considering what opinions are said about this whole thing.
It's very much it is, I think, one of, if not the most correct statements I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah, but
devastating to all of us, but it has no matter on all those
yeah.
other people, you know?
Mm. Yeah,
Basically.
because a lot of people are being taken up in the idea that you have to support one or the other, you know?
Yeah.
And they're specifically, I think a lot of them are specifically using the argument of, oh, you're just a centrist
I've heard it
because it
been
is
boiled. I've
because
heard
it
it
is
been
such a
boiled. Oh, sorry.
it's such a centrist thing to say, oh, both sides are bad. So that idea as a whole, the idea that two things can be bad at once, is so much associated with weak centrists that it to me seems like a lot of people have to support Putin or Ukraine, when in actuality, neither power is a good power.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I feel like too, because a lot of people, well, I mean, fucking centrists are terrible. Let's not
Yeah,
nobody's gonna
absolutely.
consider it.
I think that's a universal
There are
like
issues you
truth.
can be neutral on, or like condemn, from both perspectives, but no, we are not centrists. Definitely not. If you've heard any of our
Exactly.
other opinions, we
I've
say this from
heard
a
Exactly.
place. We only like say both are bad from a place of yes, both are bad because they harm the workers and everyone around them, and the people who are in power pretty much are not going to be affected by this. It's
Uh,
only us that's going to be people like us that's going to be suffering.
Yeah. I've heard that this whole conflict is boiled down to fascists versus capitalists. I'm not sure how
They're the
accurate that
same thing.
is, but I feel like that could be, in essence, what this is, as Ukraine clearly supports,
Hang on,
as
Wolfstein
the
is online.
article
I might try
puts,
and get him in.
Nazi collaborators.
I mean, my big thing about this is that a lot of people, and okay, I kind of half can't blame some of these people because the news outlets leave out a lot from like Ukraine's negatives. They only portray them in the good. I mean, they portray the Azov battalion as good guys, you know. So it's like, yeah, they're not exactly.
Yeah!
Cock ass motherfuckers.
Oh,
Hey,
hello,
Hoib!
Hoib. Everyone, meet the resident
Morning,
crackhead.
Hoib.
I go into the funniest server. I just go Jesse Breaking Bad meth, and then Waffle pings me and said they're doing the podcast. Gee,
Yeah.
Yes, sir, we need the
Thank
meth.
you.
You
We
almost
didn't
missed
think you'd
it.
join, but you're here.
Must be a blessing.
Yeah.
It is a blessing.
Hoy everyone knows Hoib. He is the resident insane person.
Hello, Jester.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're just discussing the Russian-Ukrainian war. So
War.
yeah,
A
you
war
can
is a conflict between two legitimate governments.
And
kind
it
of is
brings
in a
up a
way.
really interesting point, though.
I do not recognize either of them.
Sigma.
But if you think about it, though, both of the governments are universally, well, pretty universally internationally recognized as legitimate. You know.
Yeah, except for you got like Titfala or some shit that's like doesn't recognize them. Like the 14 Caribbean microstates that recognize Taiwan. Also, by the
Yeah.
way, that's
Oh,
a
that.
repainting. That's a repainting of Saturn eating his son,
Yeah.
but it's Mega Man.
It's
Mega. I
That's
like the image of
that's
Saturn
perfect.
eating his son, but it's the Grubhub guy.
Oh, that was good. Did you see the one, but it was in the corporate minimalist style?
Oh my god, no, I
Oh,
haven't seen
Jesus.
Saturn eating his son. Corporate minimalism.
Hang on, I'll look it up. But we should continue talking about the We should continue talking about the Russian-Ukrainian war because that's the main point. Hang on, I'm about to post
That
it.
is
So
kind of
okay, so the turning point.
the
You
most
see-
talked about topic these days.
well, you see the turning point that's going to happen is when one of these sides deploys Freddy Fazbear.
Vladimir Zelensky looking in his grain silo is Golden Freddy. Turns around the corner.
As soon as Hoib joined, it went to shit.
Perfect.
That's the energy of a Sigma right there for you.
Ah, jeez.
Anyway, we should try and stay on the bit of the serious point. But yeah, here's the thing. From a lot of perspective, both Ukraine and Russia are legitimate governments. In the
From the
sense that they are.
international perspective, I don't recognize the international perspective.
Well, exactly. Yeah, the international perspective is wrong. The only good perspective is the perspective of the working class. And in that sense, both are illegitimate because they do not represent the interests of the working class. But internationally, both are recognized as legitimate governments. And in a
I
way,
love
that's sort
that
of.
image. Oh my god. We should have a live feed of the voice chat channel. It works so much better.
That's not the worst idea.
It's not the
That
worst
really
idea, but I
isn't.
also
That
don't
would
know
be
how
some
I'd
kind
do
of
it.
visual to give the audience, you know?
Yeah, the big thing though is I don't know how to do that.
You could
shit
just use
happens.
what are you using to record the audio?
OBS.
Okay, use OBS to record your screen and then
Yeah, that's
record
recording the
the
whole
Discord
ass
channel.
of Discord.
Send me the video afterward, and I will edit the video and I will crop just the chat of the
I think
voice
we're
channel.
really so far in that I feel like it's like we'll try it next time, okay?
Yeah,
I can edit this out. I can do that.
Well,
Seriously.
we're a bit far in, and we've already been talking about most of this stuff, so I'd
We'll
that
work
doesn't
on it
matter.
next time. What I'm thinking, because I still like the I really do like the static image, is if we just get a section of the static image, maybe where the void that is Hoib is,
the
and
void.
just have that be a live feed of the chat.
Oh, the void. The
The
void
Hoib
with
void.
the troll face.
The constant entity
I
that is
could do
Hoib
that.
troll.
I
If
love
I
that. I
edit
love
it.
that part. That it's good.
It
Anyway, back to the
stares at
war.
you.
Anyway, back to the war. Hoib,
War.
how do you
Oh my
feel?
god, I love war. I love destroying cultures and peoples. Yeah.
I'm fucking invincible.
Like the good old days after 9/11.
Fuck it. Hey, I swear to God, though, so
You
many people. I see
millennials
so
with
many
your
people.
non-binary fuss.
I see so many
Like to
people.
live
Here's the
under
thing
your
which gets
woke
me, what's been
sky.
getting me so mad recently. Metal Gear was not a fucking guideline. It was. Oh my god. What is wrong with people?
I think it's called post irony. It's where the irony has been lost and it's post-irony.
I'm
Oh,
just
no.
fucking so baffled. Metal Gear was not meant to be a message to be followed. It was meant to say, "Hey, war fucking sucks. By the way, don't do it."
Yeah, it's instantly Hoib has made this into the most batshit. Hoib, do you have any serious things to say about the Russia-Ukraine war? I agree with Appendix. I
Okay.
agree with
All right.
Appendix, but
Let me think about it.
My appendix has fallen out. Help.
All right. I think me and you differ on some key points. I personally think that what's both of their names? I gotta look them up real quick.
Putin
Luhansk
and
and Donetsk. I think they both have merit as
oh yeah,
new places. I mean, I think you think them to be just Russian puppet states, and it's clear that they serve Russia in this global chess game or some shit.
Let me be
But
clear.
they all are avowedly one of the best states, I guess, in Europe. They hold merit, and I think the best outcome of any of this is that they remain independent and that they still hold their beliefs. And I think they are better than just Russian satellite states, as I think you've said before. I didn't agree with it.
I must agree with that. Allegedly
They
because
should be independent.
well, I think they should have autonomy probably. But
They
If
should be independent of both Ukrainian and Russian
yeah, but the
control.
thing is that
They should be their own sovereign states.
their condition for existing, by very nature of their existence, they are always going to be bound to Russia.
well, that's like
It's true,
South
but
Korea of America. South Korea is still independent.
yeah, they could just be their own autonomous thing.
I don't think that they ever will personally though. And apparently
Probably not. Russia would just
yeah.
seize them.
Well,
Yeah.
let's look at Syria because Syria is based off of Russian support. He gets
Well,
Syria gets. Oh, look at this! This is really funny. This is why we need a live feed in the chat. Um,
I
Like
think
I
it's just
said, I
evolved
could
into
edit it
insanity.
there. I could
I will
just.
edit
I
you
could
into
come
a
up-
fucking Wojak.
I will edit your hands to a cross.
apparently the Donetsk People's Republic does have quite a few ties to right-wing extremists, such as the Russian National Unity, which is a neo-Nazi organization that the first governor of the Donetsk People's Republic, Pavel Gubarev, was a part of. And I think that so long as they exist, that they will have a permanent tie towards Russian domination of their capital. I've not heard of the uh Luhansk People's Republic's ties to the far right as much. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I've not heard of them personally.
God, I love Wikipedia. I just went there real quick and this is a self-proclaimed breakaway puppet state located in Ukraine. I love you, Wikipedia. I love non-biased information.
It's kind of true. Obviously, I'm not saying Wikipedia is good, but it is important to recognize that they are Russian puppet states. They were made as a result of pro-Russian separatist actions because they're ethnic Russians that I don't know if they want to reunify with Russia, but
Honestly, I feel like they wouldn't really mind becoming part of Russia in the grand
well,
scheme
yeah,
of things.
they're pro-Russian.
Yeah,
They're,
they probably wouldn't mind being assimilated into the Russian Federation.
I think they are actively wanting to. Um, but
But
yeah,
they're
they
probably
are,
not like they're probably pretty open to the idea of it, you know?
Yeah. Well, appendix is saying a lot, but we're gonna talk about what's happened, but because they're bringing up a lot of good points. This isn't. This has a longer history than a week or two ago. Russia went and started naming Ukraine.
About a week ago.
Oh,
But anyway.
I'm not sure exactly how long it was. I don't really give a crap. But the point is, it has a longer history than that. It goes back very
It
back.
goes back to the Neolithic period when humans began to
Exactly. There are paintings, hand paintings of the flag of the Luhansk People's Republic in Neolithic caves that
There
say
are hand
"Fuck you,
paintings
Ukraine."
depicting me having sex with your mother.
Hoib has joined and the podcast has gone to shit.
The Hoib special, baby.
It's a shame we
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
get Yego in here. He ended
The
up wanting to
Hoid
go to bed.
Special. I gotta.
But,
one second.
Indeed.
but yeah, it goes back a while. I'm going to start talking about it from the perspective of 2014 because that is about how far back I sort of know. In 2014, the Ukrainian Revolution, in which a pro-Russian government was replaced with a pro-European Union government, that caused protests, and it is the one of the biggest factors behind the self-declared independence of Donetsk and Luhansk was that they were formed because they were pro-Russian, because they are very ethnically Russian. They were the result of pro-Russian protests in eastern Ukraine, which apparently does have quite a lot of ethnic Russians. And I'm going to let someone else talk for a bit.
Cave painting of your mom.
Awesome.
Oh, wonderful.
Guys, Vladimir Zelensky was so cool. They made a cave painting of him.
You just
Thank you,
posted this
Hoib.
fucking image, but yeah.
Anyone have
Whoever's
anything
editing
insightful
this,
to add?
can we get a picture of whatever Hoib sent, like right here?
Is this going to be our image?
Yes, let's
This
say
would be a
yes.
pretty good image, yeah.
I'm not going
That'll
to
be a
tell you
good
when I'm
thumbnail.
dropping it in, but I'll drop it in.
That'd get a lot of clicks, you know.
Okay, insightful stuff. We're gonna try and keep as insightful as possible.
I mean, I'm
But
much better at talking about the modern, like, social aspect of this all that I've been seeing because my brain does not process history sometimes.
well, let's talk about that. I think I covered the history sort of well. Appendix is typing stuff, and it looks like they're going to have a lot to add that we will touch on. But start talking.
It's interesting how the most of like, okay, so where I live, it is mostly like conservative American, you know, Republican people, you know, and most of the takes I've heard are generally apathetic to it. Most of them I've heard have been
Oh, yeah.
talking about how they're just like, who cares? It's on the other side of the world.
Yeah, yeah. I
Wow,
tried.
that's one of the
My
worst
dad
takes I've
didn't
heard
even
on this.
realize it was going on because he doesn't watch the news.
It's
It,
kind of a sad thing,
It
very
is.
but yeah,
the American public, I guess, the rural red American public is just so desensitized to everything. They just don't respond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Here, more people are
well,
mad that their fucking gas
every
prices are
building
up.
in New York is still standing, so why should I care?
yeah, that's the thing. And apathy isn't a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's what
yeah,
separates our position
Mhm.
of both sides suck, but we want to do something about it from these people who are like, who cares? You know?
Yeah.
That's where the separation between us
Mm.
and that, like, real centrist, stupid fucking opinions like that lie. And
Yeah.
the other two takes I've seen are we're mad because our gas prices are up, and The
God,
third
it's
take
so
is
annoying hearing
the
about
third main take is Ukraine good, no exceptions. Shut up if you think otherwise. That's the three I've basically heard from anywhere that isn't here.
Yeah.
that. At nearly every gas station, every gas pump that I've ever been at, there's always been a Biden sticker saying, "I did that," right next to the
It
gas
would be
prices.
happening with fucking
And it
any
makes
of
no
them.
sense. It makes no sense because Biden and the presidency of the United States has absolutely nothing to do with the gas prices.
Yes, they
It is
do.
controlled
They controlled
entirely
another third
by
world country already, but they didn't yet.
yeah. It is controlled entirely by an international conglomerate of oil companies around the world.
No,
It's
yeah.
not the president of the United States has pretty much nothing to do with the price of gas for your car.
No, but you see, they need a
It's
scapegoat so
idiotic.
they can blame anyone but them. Blame like anyone, but saying the fucking entire system is dog shit.
Exactly.
The thing is, most of them just blame whatever's wrong with society on the opposite party.
Pretty
It's
much.
honestly kind of it's bordering on delusional.
When you're
Like this
looking at
kind
all
of
this from like
hatred
outside,
that's completely founded on lies.
pretty much, yeah. Like the big thing about like I have to hear my fucking dad go on and on about, oh, the other guy was better. Oh, no, shut the fuck up. Both of them are old, crusty ass white dudes who know nothing and are just, they're basically figureheads.
Yeah.
Don't you ever wonder why only old white men have been
It's a
the
fucking
president in the
mystery.
last two presidential elections?
Oh, it's a mystery. Gee, I wonder why.
I mean, there was Obama, but he was just as bad.
Hello,
everybody.
Obama here.
Obama. Soda!
Obama gaming. Okay, I want to quickly talk about the alleged allegations that Putin's doing this to denazify Ukraine.
Oh my god. I cannot stand hearing that one either. Like,
It is
What?
important to
I have
recognize.
not heard about this.
I've heard this
I think
from. I've heard this mainly. My personal experience. Hold on, let me say this. My personal experience with this has been from someone who has some very yikes takes, but this one I think takes the cake because there's no fucking way in hell that Putin actually cares to denazify Europe.
exactly. Both countries have a very big problem with far right extremists. I would say that Ukraine is probably worse because it officially allows neo-Nazi parties to serve in
Far
the
right
military.
parties have been way more rampant across Eastern European countries in general.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
in Poland, it's been pretty bad.
And yeah, we're saying Ukraine's pretty bad, the worst, but that doesn't make Russia any better in this regard.
Russia also has a bit of a far right problem, not necessarily
gonna
a
be honest,
Nazi.
If I'm gonna be honest, capitalism is just as bad, if not worse, than fascism and Nazism. They're
What?
both
What
almost equally as terrible.
the fuck?
Now that's a spicy take.
That is a hot take.
Alright, okay.
They are
Jesus,
both
you made
equally
me
as
come in. What the
undesirable,
fuck?
and they are both as
Everything's
equally
horrible.
as
What the
terrible.
hell? How do you come to that conclusion?
Yeah, that's a
Because
very
That's a-
strange conclusion.
They are both terrible.
Okay.
They are both terrible, but
Dude, if I shit in your
They're both
mouth
terrible.
but then stab you, which one is worse?
it's
You know, I
honestly
hate how
couldn't
good
tell
that
you.
comparison is.
The fuck?
it is important to understand that obviously both are bad, but I think Nazism was responsible for more short-term destruction than capitalism, and it is only because Nazism and fascism
Looking at it
have
from
been as big.
the whole, like, looking at it as a whole, from how much destruction Nazism has brought about and how much destruction capitalism has brought about throughout its entire history.
Oh my god. Can't look at it like that. It's
Yeah,
But
that's
here's
not
the
the best
thing.
way to look at
I
it.
Both
view
are
things. I
absolutely
view things per capita.
sheerly.
If you gave Nazism the same scale that capitalism had, I guarantee
It
it would
would
be
have been so
1,000
much.
hundred times
Yeah,
worse.
that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's taken hold in a few select places where, for like, how long? Well, like capitalism has had time to like spread
Yeah.
all over the place like a fucking disease,
Mm.
and like continue to like keep going for like hundreds probably of years. Like I guarantee you that they are not comparable in both the in the like you're comparing. Here's the thing, I can't make my point for some reason, but you're comparing something that's been around for so long and has had time to have the slow burn, destroying and destroying. But some of the worst examples we've seen of fascism have literally resulted in like 11 million dead in just how long? Like only a couple of
Years,
years?
4, 5 or 6 years.
Some
You
paltry
can't
fucking
compare them.
years?
It's not. It's it's a wrong equivalence. It's just not moral to compare them. You have to view this with some tact. You can't look at it that way. It's minimizing the horrors of fascism to even compare them.
Yeah, that is a good point too.
Head take. Fox is now banned.
Silence.
Now banned from this earth. Banned from my fucking
Get
nightclub.
out of here! Get the fuck out!
Okay, yeah, but now that we've returned from the usual infighting,
Let's talk about megacities. Let's talk about ecumenopolises.
but yeah,
Well,
I'm
I will say I can hardly think.
Let's
I
have a
am.
quick
I have
3-hour
had
chat
a
about
few too many
speculativalism.
beers.
that beer really be hitting different. Well, what I'm yeah,
It
what I
really
was up to
is.
saying is for me, I'm able to much better speak on like what the like modern impact has been with the whole conflict rather than just
Yeah.
the history. I mean, it's not like Lobster's only talking about the history, but as me, I interact with a lot of groups of people on the daily. And the general thing I see all the time is that third opinion I mentioned, where it's Ukraine good, funny pig country is good, nowhere else good. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Slava!
Like I constant fucking. I'm sorry. I know it's such a like that slogan has such bad things attached to it, but I can only see this stupid video of all the little pigs running around.
It's so funny.
They're so funny. They're so cute. They're so funny little animals, but like they're associated with such a dog shit country. But yeah, what I was saying, the modern impact really kind of goes to show how you can super manipulate information.
Yeah.
Like it shows
Yeah.
that information manipulation is not dead. It has not been for a long time.
It
I've
is.
seen quite a lot of falsified information
Urban mega
regarding
cities. My
It is.
beloved.
It is just like that book. One by
1738.
G. Yeah.
1643 by Greg Oval.
One by.
1234 by.
But where I come from on this is I see even like some of my better friends that aren't just like from here still have really bad takes on it all because a lot of them have been conditioned to believe that, well, first of all, the media most focuses on the people, the individuals like us harmed in this conflict,
Yeah.
which it may but is both like, I'm glad that my friends are caring about the people, all right? What I'm not a fan of is them being manipulated into believing that Ukraine is some sort of innocent bystander, just a victim.
Yeah.
No, like they were definitely not like innocent victims in all this. They have they definitely fucking not. I'll say that much, but
Yeah.
from what I gather from a lot of these groups I have to interact with, most people are like just pretty much just Ukraine good. Shut up if you think otherwise. You're a Russian puppet spy who's coming to my house and eating all of my French fries.
I personally ate all of the grain in Ukraine.
Yeah, you know how everybody said Stalin was the grain eater? It was me. I ate the fucking grain. You will now succumb to the
Keep
grain.
following.
You caused the Holodomor?
Yeah, obviously. And then I went back out of that timeline, and now we're here again. So free grain and my timeline isn't fucked up, you know?
So we should move on to our next topic.
Which
Which we
is my topic. It's my turn. We're talking about my topic.
fuck.
I
Talk
still think
about
there's some.
let's talk
Great,
about
more
speculative
insanity.
urbanism
I don't know,
and science
I
fiction
still
megacities.
I still think that there's some bad because like that's just what I've experienced because like all
Yeah,
the groups I
baby, let's
interact with.
go.
Now that all the in groups I interact with
Porg.
are usually very either non-political, politically focused, or
Yeah.
they're fucking like anarchists, which is another word for yada yada, but still.
Yeah.
To quote somebody, I can't say who. I'm not going to name names. Anarchism is communism for children.
Ah!
Damn,
I said that.
damn.
I don't
That
know who
that
said
Greek
that. I
city
have no
planner
idea.
Constantinos Daxodilis wasn't lying. There really are 7 layers of cities.
There are
Anyway,
really
let's talk about all of this right
1738. I'm
now.
like, hey, what's up? Hello. But what has your guys' opinion been with like friends and stuff hearing about it? Because yeah, from what I see, all my friends are like a couple of my friends do things, and they've all been like working with like charities for Ukraine, and it's a good cause. But I'm also worried that like some of this money is heading to like Azov Battalion or something, and
That
To
is
be
like
important.
honest,
they're being like manipulated. I know it's not all of them,
yeah.
but that's like a worry of mine. It's like they might be unintentionally funding the motherfuckers who keep fueling this bullshit. But what's your
I'm gonna
guys'
be
experience
honest.
been in like
Okay,
friend
I'm
groups
gonna
and
be
stuff?
honest. I don't really talk about politics with my friends.
I mean, this is
I
escaped even
okay.
not like places that aren't like
I
politically
Yeah.
don't
like
even.
focused or anything for
I
me.
even like. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really talk about this kind of stuff with my friends because like I don't share the same views that they do. So I'm not gonna like you know.
I
I
completely
feel like
get you.
it would be I would be. I feel like it would be a waste of time to try to talk about it with them if I'm not gonna get
I
anywhere or
yeah,
reach any common ground
I
on
get
one.
that. A
Yeah.
lot of my friends are very very far deep into the belief that this is a one-sided conflict, you know? It's a
The people I've experienced have sort of just left it at, oh, this is bad, and that's a shallow but not incorrect take. It is bad,
yeah, I think the big
but
thing I've seen because a lot of my friends are trying but
Guys,
like
guys,
they
you gotta look at
all
this. You gotta look at this from the historical perspective. Bad thing, bad. Good thing, good.
that
you
is
may laugh
true.
now, but yeah,
Excellent
like
point,
where
Hoyd.
it all comes from
Excellent
me.
point. I
uh,
agree wholeheartedly.
where it all comes from for me is like I don't know, I'm just like I have to interact, like to just talk with people because I'm in a lot of groups, not all of them are going to be as politically educated as all of us.
Exactly, and there's
Yeah.
yeah,
But there's value in taking the opinion of what these people think because this is what's like being shown to people. That means this is what like is reaching the people that aren't like looking as far deep into all this as us.
yeah, exactly.
And from what I'm gathering is that most of them have been like super manipulated into believing that this is a one-sided conflict with one very clear good and one very clear bad when that's not even close to the case. And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
really fucks me
exactly,
up
Rotate.
because
exactly.
like
The
what
human.
last year last year we had like it's surprising because some of the people who were able to make distinctions before aren't able to now, like back during when the Israel Palestine conflict was everywhere again, which that one did have one very clear good, one very clear
Yeah,
bad, and the media were slandering the Palestinians. A lot of people, surprisingly, were able to be like, no, this is wrong, shut up.
yeah,
But now they're like falling for the same kind of bait. And that kind of makes me wonder like what the factors are there. But my theory is that like how Russia's always the scapegoat for everything ever because Americans will be Americans and Anglos and everything.
Yeah.
Like it's the country's already been mega used as a scapegoat, and I'm not saying they're good. I'm not defending them. I'm saying that it's prime opportunity to make one side look better than the other because one side already has so much shit going against it in terms of the public eye.
Yeah, exactly, and that's true. Yeah, one side is a lot more demonized than the other, although both sides are demonized to some extent.
Yeah, what just gets me so like annoyed when talking about like the public perception of everything is because I see like all these people who are been fooled into believing like how this conflict is just a one-sided shitstorm when in reality it's so much deeper, but this is what's being fed. And like these people would have fallen for the Naira testimonies, let's be real. These people, if
Yeah,
that happened again, these people would fall for it.
yeah,
For fuck's sake, we could probably have someone come out and talk about incubator babies right now, and like people would be angry, you know? People would give
It's
this the
worth
same kind of
noting.
reaction.
It's worth noting that there's a lot of disinformation spread about the whole conflict, and a lot of people are buying into that propaganda.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
either one way or the other.
which to some extent you can't blame them for. As the saying goes, as Garfield put it best, you are not immune to propaganda. Not
yeah.
even
Very
we are
true.
immune
Not
to
even
propaganda.
us. Yeah, the big thing is like this is what like the big thing for me is that the media is like not everyone's as literate as us, and not even none of us are immune to being like manipulated by the
Yeah.
media. But what I'm think is like what gets me so mad is not that they all believe this, because I can't blame them for believing this when all they're shown is what the media is telling them. Even like
Exactly.
social media, independent people, the fucking TV, random other podcasts, my fucking cat or something. I don't have a cat, but that was just an example. Like
Wish I had a cat.
the thing is, like, that's what they're all being shown. This is what we are. This is what people like us are absorbing, and this is what they're being made to believe. And I can't blame them, but for thinking that, because that's what they see, you know.
Yeah.
And what gets me like the most angry about it is like these are people that like on.
Did my audio just die?
Shit. Something just happened.
Sorry for that. Just had to get the heater out of my room for a quick second.
I see.
Uh, yeah. But what I was saying is, this is like what we're being shown. You know, there's no like no discretion between what might be bad about this and what's like misinformation. No, like no discretion, no separation. Just portrayed as black and white.
Yeah,
Perfect to
it's black and white.
There's
perfect to
no-
rope everybody into saying you
I'm
should
sorry,
kill the
but
president.
my good buddies are watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I gotta go.
All right, have fun, Mickey,
Take
Mickey
care, Hoy.
Mouse.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
It's good to have you,
Have a good
anyways.
one.
But what?
And suddenly the podcast became 80% less butt fuck insane.
I appreciate the bout of insanity. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
It was a comedic interlude of sorts.
But yeah, what like gets me the most is like, it's just I don't know. It gets me so much because it's like, this is totally not an issue that is black and white. Not even close. No issue is really black and white, but you know what I mean. You know?
Yeah, there's always some kind of the. Oh, sorry.
We have to analyze
always some kind of-
objectively, as objectively as we can.
Like what's
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure one of the fucking least nuanced things in this fucking thing is like what World War II, and even that had problems because the US was like, "Oh man, World War II is over. Listen, come on over, buddy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think someone should read what Appendix has said because it's
Mhm.
very good.
All right, I'm gonna read this in the Soy Wojak voice because he is a Soy Wojak. No, I'm kidding. But our
Getting
funny
it.
friend, yeah, he's like, listen, nobody cared when Ukraine fell into civil war. Nobody cared when airliners were shot down. Nobody cared when Russian spec ops were sighted in Ukraine. No one cared when Russian state-sponsored militias started fighting alongside the rebels. No one cared when Ukraine started shelling Donbass and Crimea. No one cared when Russia invaded Crimea. Now everyone cares that Russia invaded.
I will say,
to know
and
how there wasn't much media attention on the whole tensions rising in that area
Yeah,
before then. Even when
that's a
Russia
big thing too.
invaded Crimea, I didn't hear any conversation about it, or I didn't hear anything about it. And
Mhm.
I
then
must admit,
suddenly,
I
with
heard
this
about
huge
Russia
deal,
invading
once
Crimea.
war erupted.
I did know about Russia invading Crimea, and most everyone said, "Yeah, that's pretty bad."
I
Yeah,
did
but the
as well,
thing
but I
is,
didn't
that's
hear
what's
much discussion about it.
like
Like
the
I knew
only
it
places
happened.
I heard it. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm done. You go ahead.
Yeah, no, the places most I heard it were from places like here, and that's because we all like are actually like talking about this stuff because what if we were
We
just
are the
following what was
smartest people
covered by
that
like the
exist.
media? Nobody's talking about it. Nobody talked
We
about
are
all the tensions
omniscient.
before. It just makes it look like it was just some random thing that just happened when in reality it's been building for who
Yeah.
knows how long.
Oh yeah, it's that whole situation has been trouble for quite a long time. It's honestly been going on for too long.
Yeah.
Like I said, probably ages ago, it's quite tragic what's happening there because it's an unnecessary conflict, and
Exactly.
the people don't even want it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The like nobody wants this war other than Putin just wanting to.
Wank. He wants to
Yeah,
wank on.
Basically, but I also think that like
he's just acting on imperialist desires.
Yeah.
yeah, what I even ended up thinking though, like a lot of people are just immediately calling for killing the man, which I'm not opposed to it, but I'm like, what would this accomplish other than like maybe bringing minor problems in? Because the U.S. sure as fuck didn't fall when we assassinated half of the presidents.
Remember, I want to quickly talk about something a bit more lighthearted. Remember the slam poem?
The slam poem?
Did you two ever watch the Putin slam poetry?
I did
No,
not.
sadly.
That
Hang on.
exists. Please
Yes.
send a link. I want to. I want to see this.
It's not Putin doing poetry, but it is I think she has mental illness, so we'll try not to diss her too much. It is a very shit, very bad slam poem.
Oh God, no!
But
I've seen this.
dear,
I've seen it.
I'll have to watch this. 1 second.
These,
it's about 2 minutes. Let's all watch it together. Hang on, I'll stream it.
I
It
think I
says
could. I
this
think I
media
can do
could
without
not be
seeing it again.
played.
Nah, you've
Well,
got to
never
watch as
mind.
well, Jana. I'm live streaming. So come watch it with me.
We don't need. Yeah, we only need the sound from this, anyways. But
What? You can't hear the sound unless I live stream it.
yeah. In any
Okay.
case, fucking Geometry Dash notification. Whoever's playing Geometry Dash, get out of my fucking Steam notifs. Thank you.
If I was
Okay.
your mother, you would have been so loved,
Go for it.
held in the arms of joyous light.
Oh, are you two in?
Yeah, we're in.
Okay.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. If I was your mother, you would have been so loved.
It is
held in
important
the
to say
arms of
Putin
joyous
apparently
light.
got
Never would the
along
stories
quite
like the
well with
world
his mum.
unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise of nations sitting peaceful under a night sky. If I was your mother, the world would have been warm. So much laughter and joy, and nothing would harm. I can't imagine the stain, the soul-stealing pain that the little boy you must have seen and believed, and the formulation of thought quickly taught
It's so
that you
bad.
lived in a cruel, unjust world.
It's
Is this
buffering.
why
This is
you now
agonizing.
decide no one will get the best of you? Is this why you do not hide nor away shy from taking back the world? Was it because so early in life, all that strife racked your little body with fear?
No,
If
it
I
is.
was your mother, if the world was cold, I'd have died to make you warm. I'd have died to protect you from the unjust, the violence, the terror, the uncertainty. I would have
Oh,
died
this
to
is
give
awful.
you life. Oh, dear Mr. President
Please.
Putin, if only I'd been your mother. Perhaps the torture of unwrit youth would not within your heart imbue a
I'm going to pause it, but I'd just like to make something clear. Putin was a KGB agent.
Yeah.
He served in the KGB and then immediately switched sides. I don't think having a nice mum would have stopped the guy because he apparently had a good relationship with his mum. He changed sides because he is a man with no conviction.
Yeah.
There's still a minute more, so
description to such
Christ.
fealty against that world that you thought was so cruel. Perhaps you would hold dear human life, and on this night, instead of Mother Russia, you would call me. And I would set your mind quite free with the love that only a mother can give and only a mother can take away. When holds she doesn't the harm at bay and leaves her boy for the promise of a man, whatever your story, Mr. President Putin, I can't imagine how it feels in your heart, but I know if I was your mother, that would be a start towards the awareness of what a powerful being of light you could be if your mind was only free from the violence you've seen when you were just 2 or 3. I cannot believe I was born too late in a different place when I would have loved you so, watched you play wherever you go.
it's
I
oh,
can't keep looking at this man. I can't keep listening to
that
this.
was awful, wasn't it? Hang on.
Oh, maybe the black guy with the lightning was right.
That was terrible. That was absolutely awful. That was probably the worst experience that I've ever had,
I, I just
visually and audibly.
I feel like my soul ripped out of my body. I don't
First,
know if
I
that.
needed to say something.
I just.
She is a 10. Now, with that in mind, that is the worst thing I've ever heard.
I just. What am I supposed to say? What am I supposed? I'm fucking stunned at what I heard today.
It is important to recognize Putin apparently had a very good relationship with his mum. The reason Putin is doing this is not because he is sad. It is because he is a servant of capital, and this is in the interests of capital.
No, but you see,
Absolutely
he's
is.
just a little sad. He just needs his mom. I can't say that in good faith. That sounds horrible.
I think someone saw it, but it was I can't remember the post, but it was just sing Imagine next time. It doesn't take nearly as much effort.
Yeah. But yeah.
I want mommy, I want
Want
milk,
milk
I
to,
want to
I
be
want
be
to be
held.
held. I
held. I
want to be
want to be
comforted.
comforted.
And if you do not do all of these
That's
things, I
I
will
will
ruin your
invade
life.
that's
Ukraine.
I will.
narcissism.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
That's
fucking.
narcissism.
Oh god.
But look, she is a baddie though.
But what I was saying, like, this is just the definition of performative. Holy shit!
No, mommy milk started this war.
It really did. Apparently, it really fucking did.
Oh, I'm gonna post this one, but it's like a dog with its head in a bucket and it says women retard juice. Oh, it's good.
My God,
Oh,
I
God.
just can't get over this. I am stunned, to say the least. Stunned does
It
not
was.
begin to fucking describe how I feel. I feel lost now. I feel more lost instead of, like, found.
I want the nukes.
What
I
was
want the nukes now. I am a Posadist.
besides? But what I was saying, like, this is just such a fucked thing in the public perception, because it's so, like, muddled with misinformation, and you got people like this who think he wants mommy, he wants milkies, he wants to be held, when really, you know what he fucking needs is to be fucking taken out of power and have a better government established.
He needs to get nay-nayed in the communist revolution.
He really
Oh,
does.
God. I found it. I found the tweet. Look at this one.
I'm gonna shit myself. What is this? Father, cease.
Okay, here's another one. It's just breaking. Russia retreats.
Mommy Milky's arrived. Russia retreats. But yeah, like, for me, things are just so fucked from the public perspective. Is like, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing so many lies and outright, like, bullshit, and, like, people possibly supporting, like, terrible, like, shit like the Azov Battalion because they're not knowing.
Yeah.
And people making it out to be some sort of one-sided conflict, and people thinking that an assassination's gonna end this all for some reason. No, it will probably send us further into war, have we not learned?
Every day on Twitter, there is one main character. The goal is to never be it.
Like, I don't know, I'm just, like, absolutely...
God, it's not. This is worse than making a petition, and then someone just replied with a petition, and it just says, "We can have." But yeah,
Yeah, it's fucking. You know, it's the word is people are thinking like their fucking performative bullshit's gonna do anything. People are thinking their GoFundMe's and their fucking, like what's the site? The fucking petition sites and all that, like
Change.org.
yeah, change.org. They think this shit's gonna do anything when in reality.
Vladimir Putin, I have an announcement. There has been a petition with 100 signatures telling you to stop the war. Suka blit. I guess I must end invasion. Call up President of Ukraine. Tell him I am sorry.
But yeah, the thing about me is like these fucking. Oh god, it's the worst when it comes to people like Redditors.
Okay,
Those
we need to make
people
something
think they're doing anything.
clear as possible.
What'd you say?
I need to make something clear. Redditors often have worse takes than Twitter users.
Reddit users have the worst. At least Twitter users have souls. It's a bold statement, I know, but Twitter users have souls.
Hang on, here's a good one. Can watch this. Watch this one. This one's hilarious. This one's actually fucking hilarious. Someone's riffed on the slam poem.
Alright, put it up. Let's go.
Are you
Hold on,
three
I'm
watching?
still loading in. Alright, did it. I'm in.
Fox, are you in? Hello?
Hey. Wake up, Joe Biden. Wake up.
They're
Oh,
dead.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm having a moment. I'm very sorry about this.
Take your time.
My apologies. Carry on.
Nah,
Dude.
it's okay. Do your thing.
We'll watch the thing, because this is just hilarious.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. You would get so many raspberries after your bath, real funny ones on your little Putin belly. You'd laugh so much you'd shake like a bowl of Putin jelly. If I had been your mother, I'd let you stay up late to watch 90 Day Fiancé. You wouldn't understand it, but we'd have fun anyway. If I were your mother, I would rely upon you heavily for likes on Instagram before you were evil, which would build your self-esteem, and you'd say, I like myself the way I am. If I were your mother, you wouldn't have to invade Ukraine. Instead, we'd splash in puddles in the driveway in the rain. Perhaps it's not too late. We can spare the world such pain. Come over and bake cookies. We'll use up all the sugar cane. It's not too late.
That was good. But yeah, like I don't know. I spent so much time talking about the modern impact because I feel like this is something people need to recognize a lot. Even people who would like think they're immune to it, they're not. Even I know I'm not immune to it. That's the big thing. You have to know you're vulnerable. Because if
Yeah.
you think you're invincible to propaganda, if you think you're invincible to getting manipulated, you're going to get manipulated so fucking easily. It's recognizing your weakness that you learn to like. I'm sorry, I sounded like a fucking like movie kung fu master there, but it's in recognizing your weaknesses that you learn to like figure out them out so people don't exploit them.
By the way, she is visiting Israel.
Wow. Who is?
The original slam poet master.
Oh my god. Wow. But yeah, like it's like in recognizing our weaknesses that we learn to like make sure people don't get to them.
Yeah.
Like
I
we're all
agree.
human too is the thing. Like if it weren't for like this group that could see past all this bullshit, if I only intook like what they've been telling us about this, I would probably believe the same thing as everybody else. Because
I
I'm a
found an
human.
actual
I'm
simp.
emotional. I feel emotion. I can get manipulated, and that's a big thing.
I found a simp.
Oh, you found a shrimp.
Some.
Oh, of course, it's this fucking dude too. I'm
Are they
sorry.
known for being
This guy is bad take master.
Gal Gadot has competition? I don't really get that one. Gal Gadot is the actress behind Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Also, the Israeli soldier.
Look, I'm not saying being an Israeli soldier is good. And you should probably just take the jail time, like that Twitter account.
Oh, yeah.
But it is important to understand that it is mandatory. Israel has conscription.
Yeah, but she also has shared her views before, even after her conscription. So,
All right, never mind then. She sucks. Do you
yep, there
guys?
you go.
Do you three remember the Taylor Swift fan account? Hi,
Yeah.
sorry. There's been no updates. I just got out of prison.
Oh yeah, my
What were
favorite
you
one
in
is
prison for? I refused to join the IDF.
you know what one of my favorites is the fucking anime jokes account that went offline from Twitter for 7 years and they came back and they were like, "Ooh, that good lesson learned. Lesson learned: use a VPN when you torrent your anime and do not resist arrest." Let me go get it. Let me go get it. I think I have it somewhere. I always have it. It's so good.
Appendix is that everyone set your Twitter to Ukraine or Poland infinite baddies. Oh,
Yeah, here.
we are so we're horrible.
We are horrible, but at the same time, like,
That is
I
why people watch the Tank Zone
Imagine having a
podcast.
Twitter account.
Yeah,
I don't
I
even
deleted
have a
my
Twitter
Twitter
account.
accounts.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't
I
even
just
have.
have to for my purposes of stuff. That's kind of my problem. But like, as long as you don't get into weird debates about anything ever, as long as you actually stray away from debates, you're good. Because holy shit, it's a fucking hive mind over there.
Hang on. Always use a VPN or proxy when targeting at me. Was this person arrested for pirating content?
I can only
Or
assume they were arrested for pirating a fucking buttload of anime.
I am, because we've all pirated stuff, in Minecraft, that is. But, it sounds to me like they were downloading a very special kind of anime.
I still think it's so funny.
Interesting.
I love how it ended off on life can be good sometimes, but bad other times. Anime, however, is good always. For 7 years, radio silent. Finally free after 7 long years. All I could say, consider using a VPN or proxy when torrenting your anime. Resisting arrest is also not advised.
No, someone's got a Putin father one, but it's a. Hang on, I'll stream this one. You're
Okay, let
watching.
me hop in. Hey, hop back. Oh,
Oh, there, my little Rusky.
oh God.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm sorry I was not your father. I teach you to play chess. It's not so confusing. Maybe then you wouldn't suck so bad at losing. If I was your father, we played Ghostbusters in the park. You could be Spangler. As a therapist, I'd also help you with your anger. If I was your father, we'd most certainly play D&D. Roll for initiative, I'd say. From Mother Russia, you'd smile at me.
I am so happy that
If I
people
was
are
your father,
trashing on this
and you
thing.
wanted to invade Ukraine, I'd ask you politely, have you been snorting cocaine? It's not too late to stop all the hate. Now go to your room before I become irate. Fuck, that's hot. Oh, there, my little Rusky.
Fuck, that's hard.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. How long have we been going?
We have been going for about 1 hour, 12 minutes.
How long do these
Interesting.
podcasts normally go for?
I think we've gone like into the hour and a half, 2 hour mark. I don't know. Let me see. I'm sure it's somewhere in
Yeah,
my
To be
videos.
honest, I am perfectly fine with ending it here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying as well.
I don't know if you've been reading chat, but I drank too much and I threw up just a little bit ago
Right.
when I
I
was
think
being
we've been
silent.
just a lot of, serious and negative. So let's end it off light. So
Yeah.
if you play Arrow Mage, I'm going to make sure you get conscripted into the fucking war. I hate you.
How about that Elden Ring, huh?
Sorry, I don't
One
play
of my
In
Arrow
mates
other
is
games.
news,
playing it.
I've been playing Elden Ring a lot, and the game has been kicking my ass. I thought it was too easy. Then I started fighting bosses, and holy shit, it's a lot
I
harder
might
than I
get it if
thought.
it goes on sale. It
I
was when
don't play FromSoft
It's
games.
worth the $60. I will be honest. It is so much fun.
All of
I
my
got
friends have been playing it. Oh my
Oh,
god.
my friend, have you ever heard of Berserk, the manga anime?
I have heard of
I
Berserk.
have heard of
It
Berserk.
is.
Oh
It
my
is.
god.
I have read the entire series within a week and a half. Let me tell you, it is a really good experience. It is
But there's
probably
a
the best
horse.
piece of media that I have ever consumed in my entire life, and I have consumed quite a bit of media.
Well, it sounds like somebody hasn't consumed Teletubbies yet.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Teletubbies is up there, but I would say
Look up.
Berserk is a little bit more compelling.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to say something.
It's just a little bit more lore, you know.
Mhm.
Plus, I mean,
I
it influenced my favorite game series of all time. So, I mean, I kind of can't really complain. I kind of have to give it the props that I need to.
I need to say I could buy Elden Ring right now. It
You
was my
should.
21st, and my uncle gave me $200 of Steam voucher.
You really
Um,
should buy it. It's worth it. I
thing
honestly
is,
think so.
I've heard that it's not the same as, but it is similar to Dark Souls. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Dark Souls.
I'm so sorry, Fox, but I just love making fun of Berserk fans because some of them are the most insufferable motherfuckers on this earth with the biggest
Oh my God.
superiority
Oh
complex
my
they've
God.
ever seen.
They
Okay,
are so
you
fucking
know,
dumb.
you know what's
I
my
just
favorite thing
like
I did with
I
my friends?
what?
We managed to okay, so like I was in like this fucking thing for like it was originally like a high school like server for our like some of the people in our high school, and eventually it was just like some of us went off to all of the like the older ones like us went off to college and everything. But we still keep around. We got some fucking like sophomores so riled up because one of my friends was like, "Yeah, Kirito could beat Guts," and we just kept going with that, and they got so
Oh my
mad
God.
because we literally were, not me, but like this guy, my friend, he was just literally like, "Yeah, but Kirito has Starburst Stream though. Guts doesn't have that," and they were getting so mad because
It depends
the
on
thing is,
which Guts.
okay,
I'm
wait,
gonna
no,
be
how
honest.
this started was my friend named his frogs after Kirito and Asuna, and this motherfucking nerd was like, "Why don't you name them after good characters like Guts from Berserk?" And this motherfucker proves like how stupid and fucking utterly dipshits that Berserk fans are. No disrespect to the source
God.
material, the
I
fans just
only
really
like
stupid.
I do not participate in any of the fucking bullshit banter that the fandom participates in. I just like the manga, okay?
It's
I
a
read the
good
manga
idea.
and I watched the 1997 Berserk adaptation for the anime adaptation, and I gotta say, it's really fucking good. I could not give any less of a shit about whatever the fandom is
Yeah.
foaming at the mouth over.
That's
They're
the important
non-existent
thing.
to me. I don't
It's
participate
important.
in internet banter. You have to
It is.
understand.
It is important to not let the fandom ruin something you enjoy.
I
Mhm.
never do.
Unless you
I'm
I
have to
sorry.
still,
We need
interact
to.
directly with them, in which case,
We
kill
have
tell
a
them.
me
super
all you
serious
want.
topic that we haven't discussed. Using the power of dialectical materialism, Ray or Asuka?
Um,
Ray.
I don't like
Asuka
underage
sucks.
girls.
I hate Asuka. Ray is so much better. Even though Asuka's like her like characterization is justified with her backstory, I still think that Ray is just I just like Ray more. I don't like Asuka's character at all.
Which
I think
one's the
she's
redhead?
annoying. Asuka, the
Okay,
really loud
you're
one.
all wrong. Redheads instantly win.
As a redhead myself, I gotta say that's a fucking lie. All right,
Misato fans when they see a
not to dox
child in real
myself,
life.
but I
I was
have
looking
red
at Ray
hair.
versus
I am a
Asuka.
ginger.
I would
I
just
gotta
like to
say,
share
gingers fucking
this
suck.
sin.
I hate
I,
every other ginger that I know.
I
All of
would
them are
just like to
fucking
share
trash.
this sin that I found.
I just feel like we could just start watching like this go down, and then you see fucking Misato fans in the corner when they see a small child.
Oh my god.
look
Oh my
at
fucking
the image
Oh
god.
I
my god,
posted.
what is this? Why would you post this? This is
No,
DeviantArt fetish.
please,
I'm not putting this up
please
on the. I'm not
no.
putting this up on the podcast.
How do I
No,
unsee an
no, this is my
image?
limit. I'm not making anyone who watches this view this fucking image. No,
This is
fucking,
terrible.
you fucking shit ass.
Lobster, you
Lobster,
have lost
please.
street cred. You have lost
Please,
street
please,
cred.
your FICO score is plummeting.
You have lost
I
respect.
didn't search for this. Here is what I searched. I
Uh-huh.
typed in reverse
Please.
on DuckDuckGo, and this is what I get.
Jarvis,
Oh,
search up for Lobster's fucking DeviantArt account.
Oh,
please.
God.
You know, people have a thing for like getting turned into the blueberries from Willy Wonka. By the way,
Uh, I use DeviantArt sometimes because I make custom Magic the Gathering cards. Yes, I am a nerd.
I had to endure
What
all
a
this
fucking
bullshit.
nerd.
I am a nerd.
Nerd.
But I would like to make something clear.
I'd like to make this clear. You got this from a thing named Inflation Kingdom.
I didn't go on it, it's just there. But I'd like to make something clear. It is... DeviantArt sucks, because even when you turn it off, when you search for anything, it is all porn.
The DeviantArt sucks
I
because you
mean,
can
what
turn.
else would you
can,
use DeviantArt for?
You can turn
It's
off the
called
screen.
DeviantArt for a reason.
For Magic the Gathering cards.
You can.
But no, I've got to look at horrible,
you
depraved
heard of-
porn instead.
Have you heard of Rule 34, my friend? Have you been living under a rock for the
Yeah,
past, I don't
I
know
know
how long?
what it is,
Oh my god!
but it's
If it exists, there
You
will be
see-
porn of it. You
see-
should know this. And
see,
DeviantArt is the place for porn.
See, here's the thing: you can turn off the screen, but the nightmares you get from this site don't go away. The sleep paralysis demon
But
that
that's
is like
nothing that a warm towel and a weekly therapy session can't fix.
no,
My-
no.
my
I went on
sleep
DeviantArt when I was like 8. It fucked me. It fucked me up because I dug deep in the DeviantArt at that point, and then I learned of even worse stuff on the internet, and then I decided, okay, this is my problem now.
Okay, do you want to look at some really shit art? I think we should all look at some really shit art. I mean, full
I've
offense
suffered
to whoever
enough
the artist
tonight.
is.
I've thrown
We'll
up
do that
from
later.
consuming too much alcohol. I think I've suffered I've suffered quite enough.
Just look at how awful these heads look.
Oh my god, this is terrible. I'm not even going to look at that anymore.
Nightmare.
That is awful.
They look like the image of the fluoride stare appendix
The
posters.
fluorides. I love. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My friends
They
and I
look like
use the
nails.
term fluoride stare because it's such a stupid fucking term. It's so funny.
So bad.
Just the concept of it is like, wow, these people are fucking stupid. How do you believe this shit?
Oh god!
The fluoride stare.
The fluoride stare.
Well, yeah.
Pineapple.
We're gonna
God,
end the
Jojo posted-
podcast.
Wait, okay, but Lassie, hear me out. So, you know, I'm building a Badolce deck, right?
No!
What's the problem?
Madolce is the exact opposite of fun.
I can build an Ojama deck.
Build the Ojama deck. I have a 60
like-
card Ojama list.
I have like 5, 6 decks that I want to make, and I'm not sure which one I should go after first because I have a shooting Quasar Dragon deck in the works. I have a fucking Shiranui deck in the works. I have a.
Quasar decks aren't that good anymore.
I just think the name is cool.
It is.
I
Honestly,
don't
I've
really
just
care.
been,
I built a Monarchs deck. You think I give a shit about meta?
I've been playing Klee and Gladiator Beasts because Gladiator Beasts are my favorite.
You know what's really funny is the time I fucking beat someone with a Gem Knight structure deck that was using an actual deck.
That is sad energy.
It's a Gem Knight structure. I keep around the dog shit like the World Chalice with no support deck that they give you for the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
I keep that around just for shits and giggles because I will pull it out like during a set of like matches. And just watch and see amazement on my opponent's face as like I bring out the worst card like deck known to man.
It's great. Anyway, with that off, we are
How do we
ending.
want to part out? What do we have any parting words for today's session?
We should start singing Imagine by. That's what we're gonna do.
All right.
It's time to shamelessly self-promote my music. I make music, and if you would like to listen to it, please listen to it.
I will put a
At
link
what?
to your music in the description of this video.
Hi,
Please
I
do.
I make the arts. I made the thumbnail and
Purchase
everything. for this
purchase my
video.
albums on Bandcamp. They're only $7 each, and they go to a good cost.
Your
funding
mother
my
is $7.
raging alcohol addiction. Please give me money.
Yeah, I
I,
make the stuff like the thumbnail and the image for this podcast. So if you want to see more of that, something I guess.
Give us all of your money.
Yeah, give us your
Yes.
money and we'll fund
It
the
is
revolution.
no
Make a
longer
Tank
a
Zone.
request.
We should make a Tank Zone Patreon page.
Mhm,
We
Give
should
us,
get
Oh
suckers to pay us.
God!
yeah, give us your money. We'll fund the revolution, and I can draw you an anime titty.
Exactly. That
I
is
would
a
like to
deal
say-
that no one can refuse.
I offer you poorly made shit posts on YouTube and an Australian accent.
You could
Watch
always
my
make
latest
fucking.
video.
Respect.
You could always make a custom lard fetcher for someone.
Yeah, I will make custom Magic the Gathering memes for you if you want. Also, watch my latest video, Cryptoland, but all references to crypto are replaced by the proof of work gem.
All right, and by that, you wanna? Do we start singing?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Thank you.
Everybody
And
ready?
a two, and a 1, 2, 3.
We're waiting
Imagine
every night to
that.
finally invite. There's others to play with us. So many years we've been all alone. There's us to say that day. The same song with our life far away. Does us to...
Just end it when we get to Five Nights at Freddy's. That's when we'll end it.
Yeah, okay. We gotta bring this. Hold on. We gotta do this. Say 3. We gotta do this right. 3, 2. Dun 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 dun. We're waiting every night to finally invite newcomers to play with us. For many years we've been all alone. We've forced to be still and play the same song we've known since that day. Lobster took our life away. Now we're stuck here to decay. Please let us get in, don't lock us away. We're not like what you're thinking. We're full of monsters who lost our control, and we're forced here to take that role. We've been all alone, stuck in our little boat since 1987.
Hey, Snowy.
Join us for your friend, it's just we stuck to defend. After all, you only got 5 nights at Fred.